If you're a Cleantech startup, you dream of liquidity. And while that might mean getting bought by another company, it might also mean going public on the AIM or the NASDAQ or another exchange. We had the opportunity to talk with Cleantech CEOs and some of the lessons they learned as public companies. RuggedCom makes network equipment for harsh environments. One of its lead applications, making power grids smarter. It went public on the Toronto Stock Exchange in June of 2007, raising $40 million. While shares got a nice bump a month after IPO, Rugged was trading close to its offering price in late October.
From a Cleantech play, our Cleantech connection is that we're going to become, or we want to become, the communications backbone of the smart grid and enable the smart grid. And as such, we promoted that dimension. And so I think it resonated.
Pozzioli says there were a lot of factors to look at when actually picking an exchange.
So we looked at 3 exchanges, 2 in addition to the TSX. We looked at AIM and we looked at NASDAQ. And at the end of the day, just like Goldilocks, who was looking for the porridge or the bed that was just right, we determined that as a Canadian company, the one that seemed to be just right for us in terms of also what it would cost and ongoing cost, I think it was hands down TSX, and it was the one that was just right. I think one would have been too hard and one would have been too soft, and we wouldn't have gotten the benefit because we're a Canadian company, and the TSX met all our requirements and it was the right fit.
Cleantech is a nice way to market some new ideas, but at the end of the day, public markets want to see revenue and earnings growth.
LED maker Cree was founded 20 years ago and has been trading publicly since 1993. It's best known for the high-brightness LEDs it makes and the semiconductor materials it makes them from. Its shares have seen their ups and downs, but have produced great returns for investors over time. Cree CEO Chuck Swoboda says Cleantech companies thinking about going public should remember there are pros and cons.
So I think there's days when it would really be nice to just run our business and not have to deal with the added distraction of all the public issues, whether they be marketing side of it, whether they be just investor management, whether they be dealing with the negative side that comes with people who want your stock to go down versus go up. So I think that can be kind of a headache on that side of it. So that's the negative. I think the good part of it is that being public truly does give you access not only to capital, but puts you in a different perspective with your customers. And really in the global business that we're in, most of our sales aren't in the United States. Being a publicly traded U.S. company on the NASDAQ gives us credibility we wouldn't have if we weren't.
According to Swoboda, not every company should even try to raise money from the public markets immediately.
I think you got to be really cautious about what is it you want to be when you go public. Are you looking for access to capital? Are you looking for publicity from the public markets? Are you doing it for your current shareholders? Who are your future shareholders going to be? And how's the management team going to operate in that environment? I think someone that's working on longer-term R&D oriented businesses that doesn't need a lot of capital should be really cautious in the near term, because get the product ready. When you're ready to start delivering results quarterly, I think then it's a great opportunity.
RuggedCom's Pozzioli, whose company just went public months ago, says there's lots to look out for.
I think now that we're a public company, we have to obviously be careful about giving forward-looking statements. I have to be careful about what I say so that I don't have anybody misconstrue or misinterpret what I'm saying. And I didn't have to worry about that before, and that's obviously different. I think also our investors now are a different breed of investors. So we have very educated, knowledgeable institutional investors who have their own research arms and can do research. We never had that before. So it's a different caliber of investor as well.
Pozzioli's advice for Cleantech companies considering going public?
I think that one of the most important things is that you have to have a vision that that will resonate with investors, and you have to have a track record when you decide to go public. You have to show that you can deliver results, that you can run the company well, and that people can make the connection between where you are and where you want to go.
The two CEOs spoke on a panel at the Cleantech Forum Investor Conference in Toronto. In Toronto, I'm Dallas Kachan.